much, Raymond. Appreciate you.
All right. Y'all see.
All right. All right. Praise God. Brother 212, are you there?
Yes, ma'am. I'm here, Pastor V. Sorry about that, y'all. We're just taking care of business. Got to pay for this time on the air. So we thank everybody as well for tuning in. You know, so Pastor V, you know, it's just good it's on the air tonight. It's been a little while. It's just been, Brother 212 has just been busy putting some things together, preparing for some conferences later in the year where we're going to be putting some things together and doing some empowerment conferences where we're going to be putting some things together and kind of bringing the people together to do some things and really kind of talking about mind empowerment. In the area in which we live in now, it's all about social intelligence. It's about growing and mentally growing every single day. And in fact, next week sometime we'll be doing a show called Mind Up. Okay. You know, everybody likes to run around and say, man up. It's time to mind up. We've been manning up too long. We've been trying to be physical with our problems and not mental with our problems. And most of our problems is not external; they're internal. Okay. You know, and I tell people, I don't want you to get an understanding. I want you to get an understanding. I need you to understand what's going on in your inside. See, once you understand what's going on in your inside, what's on your outside ain't gonna affect this thing. You see what I mean? So it's time to mind up. It's time to get your mind in the right place.
That's true.
See, so you know, the scripture says, "A man thinketh in his heart, so is he." All right. So when you begin to think about it, you know, the power of the mind is so powerful. Everything starts in the mind as a thought. And see what happens when you think on something too long, y'all. It becomes, if you think about something too long, it becomes a way of life. It becomes what you believe, and the power of belief starts within you. You gotta believe it in your mind. If you look at the word mind, Pastor V, you get M-I-N-D, right?
Okay.
You with me? In between the M and the D, the word is what? In. Where does it all start at? It all starts on the inside. Isn't there a gospel song that starts to talk a little about being on the inside thing? You know, yeah, but you know, Brother 212 put up in the gospel realm. Huh?
I said, I'm sorry. I'm reading the chat line, and I'm also talking to you, Brother 212. And I have Tanika Brown. God bless you, Tanika. I think she was talking about what's going on with the hair. But also, Alethea say she gonna steal that. She gonna steal that.
She gonna steal what's that, Pastor V?
She gonna steal that. She said, "Get an understanding." That's right.
Oh yeah, you know, and all about getting, definitely get an understanding. You know what I mean? So it's time to man up. You know what I mean? It's time to mind up, not man up. So that's the beautiful part about this thing called life. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So, you know, it's just that time, you know, and I think that's where we are as people. You know, it's just time to, you know, transformation is an inside job. That's what I like to tell folks all the time. So, you know, it starts on the inside, and when it starts on the inside, it can work its way to the outside, and life can really begin to get a lot better for a lot of us if we only believe that. And you know, Pastor B, I'm not trying to get all religious on it, but you got to get to a point in your life. You got to move from prayer to praise. Come on. You know what I mean? You got to move from prayer to praise. And you got to think about a thing, and you got to put some action behind it. Come on, talk to me.
That's true. You there, Brother 212? We didn't lose you, did we?
No, you didn't lose me. You got quiet on me, so I want to make sure you're still there. You know what I mean?
Oh, we still.
We'll pause for the calls in a minute, Pastor B. We'll read some of the messages in a minute. We're gonna talk for a little bit here for a minute. So you know, it's time to get back. It's time to get back on this conversation, because I hear a lot of folks out here, you know, talking about how life is, how it's all up to the time of some positive thought right here tonight. It's time to get back up, get on our grind. It's time to mind up, not man up. It's time to mind up. Get your mind in the right place. And you know, I tell people, I was talking the other day on the job, Pastor B, and I was telling them, I said, listen, the same way you exercise your body, you got to exercise your mind. And someone said to me, well, Brother 212, how do you exercise your mind? You got to read. Reading is the key to your success. You got to read.
Exactly.
And what's so amazing is if you don't read, if you look at the word read, R-E-A-D, if you take the R's in front of the word he, you put the R's the word in front of the word read, you put a D in front, you get the word dead. A lot of us are mentally dead because we don't read. We don't elevate our mind and take our mind to a place that needs to be. And it's sad that most people don't begin to read until they're on lockdown. Come on, talk to me, y'all. A lot of people don't read until they get on lockdown. And what I'm saying is, what a lot of the 1 degree difference that separates most people in life, believe it or not, is a teaspoon of knowledge. It's a teaspoon of knowledge. And people who got knowledge won't tell you that. And a lot of us get caught in loopholes because we don't read. I think of the story about my cousin Timmy when he put that swing set together for me. He put that swing set together, y'all, and he didn't read the direction, left a few bolts out. My mama said, "What's them bolts for?" He said, "Look, them some extra. How can I tell you those weren't extra bolts, y'all? Okay? We got to read and elevate our mind and take our mind to a different place." Exactly. And I hear my daughter, and I hear my daughter talking right now, Pastor V. She says, "Daddy, why don't you give the people something they can go back and read?" There's a great book by a gentleman called James Allen, and it says, "As a man thinketh." I'm gonna replace that word "man" with the word "mind." As a mind thinketh, it becomes. Powerful, y'all. Your mind is so powerful, it's unbelievable. Talk to me, Pastor V. Let's talk about that mindset for a moment.
Praise God. I'm listening. I'm listening and enjoying and hearing what you got to say.
Absolutely. And see, when your mind is in the right direction and your mind is in the right place, what begins to happen is you can begin to look at life differently. See, when you run into difficulty, it becomes an opportunity for you. See, it doesn't become a setback. Too many times when we go through struggles in our life, it becomes a setback because our mind is not prepared to handle it.
Okay.
Yeah, our mind got to be prepared to handle certain situations. And see, we got to change it. And see, when your mindset changes, your language changes. Exactly. See, when you read, your mindset changes, Pastor B. If I hear one more person running around talking, "I'm broke," I'm gonna lose my mind. You ain't broke. If you got an opportunity to make some money, you ain't broke. You have not exercised your gifts and abilities yet. Come on, the Bible said the well is then rotted at your feet. Come on. Wherever your feet tread, God has given you all the tools and talents that you need within yourself. They're within your mind. You better bring them out.
Exactly.
See, I wake up to see what Brother 212 do, and I just want to encourage you to do it as a listening audience. Wake up every day, look in that mirror, and declare war on yourself. Okay? People that run around and say, "I'm gonna get back everything the devil stole from me." You can get it back, but if your mind's in the right place, you will give it back to somebody else. Get your mind in the right place. Focus and meditate on your thoughts. That becomes so powerful, Pastor V.
Yes.
That's what I'm talking about. That mindset. That's what I'm saying. Mind up. It's trying to get your mind in the right place.
And meditate. So true. We have Alethea say people become robots simply because most people, they don't know the power of their own mind. And she says society feeds us, I hope I can see it. Girl, I can't see that. Praise God. But she said society always feeds us the opposite. You're not feeding us what we really need. They feeding us things that shouldn't be, and we take it. We don't, go and try to study for ourselves. Like you said, you got to read and you got to think for yourself. Stop allowing people to think for you.
Well, here's the thing. You got to be careful where you get your information and your inspiration from. If all your information and your inspiration is coming from a 30-minute television show, or your information is coming from Facebook, your information is coming from just the news in general. You got to go behind the story to find the real story. Okay. You got to go to the library, the place where they bury the lies and hide the truth. Come on. You got to go to the library and dig deep, and go to the library of your mind and begin to dig deep. And what you're saying, I agree with her. What she's saying is that we become robots because we do the same thing all the time, and we're looking for a different result. And you ain't never gonna get a different result doing the same thing. Come on, you got to exercise your mind. And here's what I tell people: they like to say this at work. They like to say, "I'm living in a dream." I said, you can live the dream, baby. But you better wake up from that. I said, you can live the dream, baby, but you better wake up from that negative thinking. See, too many of us got what I call stinking thinking going on. All right, Pastor V. Let me tell you what we do. We run around and we say, I almost made it. I could have done it. My mama didn't make it. My daddy didn't make it. Oh, woe is me, woe is me. I'm over that, y'all. If you get around some friends and they keep, you know, here's my story. If you can cry in it. Cry in it. Cry in it. Push forth. You got greatness within you, but you got to believe in yourself. Exactly. Wake up in the morning time. Listen to some Les Brown, some Eric Thomas, some Jim Rose. Surround yourself with some positive people, and that's the key to life. See, the thing about this is this: most of us got the knowledge and understanding of what we need to do, Pastor V, but we won't just do it. Come on. As Pastor Chambers and EC and DC like to say, keeping it real. Let's keep it real. See, if we keep it real tonight with us, see, we keep it. Let's have some real talk. Yes. See, real talk bring about real results. And see, most of us don't want to have real results. We want to still do the same things we've been doing. And some of us stuck in high school. Did I go there? Yes, I did. Some of us stuck in high school. Some of us still believe we back in high school when we ran track, when we was the cheerleader. We still stuck in that high school mentality. See, it's time that we grow up and grow out and become greater. It's time that we advance society to a different place, y'all. But how are we going to do that doing the same old thing every time? And I'm having a conversation. I'm just keeping it real tonight. Come on, Pastor B, talk to me.
Okay. I had to go. I had another way so I can read what you're putting on there. So I'm on my phone now. So I don't be scratching up my eyes. But yes, that is so true. Alethea says, she says, a house dog waits to be fed. A wild dog hunts for its own food. In crisis, the wild dog survives. See, I'm going to have to go to the right screen, y'all. But she was just saying, instead of exhausting, instead of educating themselves, so they're waiting to be fed instead of going and reading. Yes, I'm
let me see what my grandma. Let me see what my grandma used to say.
Okay.
She said, "It's a poor dog that won't wag his own tail."
Oh wow.
Now let me explain that. I ain't calling nobody no dog, because I know how to be very sensitive these days. So let me be careful. Let me correct what I'm saying. Do you understand what I'm not saying? My grandma says a poor dog that won't wag his own tail. What that means is, if you got a dog, let me tell you something about a dog, y'all. If you got a dog and your dog is wagging his tail, the veterinarian told me when I had my dog, if my dog is wagging his tail, he's happy. It's a poor dog that is a poor person or individual with a dog-minded mentality that don't get excited about their own life. Okay? You gotta get excited about your life. Exactly. As Dr. Phil says, how's that working out for you? You gotta get excited about your life. You take the young lady who's doing the resume writing for you. Get excited about your life. You spend some money on your resume. Spend some money on getting better on your life and making things better for yourself. That's what it's all about. Tell your story. Everybody got a story. Exactly. Why do you think Facebook is so popular? Because everybody wants their 5 minutes or 10 minutes of glory, baby, and everybody's trying to get it out there. But make sure your story reflects you and that you're being the best person you can be. It's time, Pastor B, that we support each other in our communities, y'all. We begin to really pour love out for each other. And it's time that we get away from that hatred that we have for one another and the jealousy. Come on out and support things. Come on and support WVAN747.com as the station move forward with inspirational stuff. Guess what? If you want to be on the station, inbox Pastor B. Tell Pastor B you want to be on the station. You got something to share with the world. Come on and share your story. Am I telling the truth, Pastor B? Help me out.
Yes. Come on. The more the merrier. Let's go. Let's do this. We can
do this thing, y'all. Because guess what? It's time that we take society in a better place than where it's going. And that's why I said it's time for us to line up and put our mind in the right direction and really begin to grow things to a place where we can go where we need to be. And here's a couple things to get you where you need to be. I know somebody's struggling with this. Somebody said he's lecturing me right now. He's going on and on. Let me help you out. Here go a couple things. The first way to change your mindset, this is going to hurt some of y'all. Okay. You got to change some of your friends.
No, you got to get rid of some of your friends.
You got to get rid of some. You got to get rid of some of your friends. If your friends always telling you what's always wrong, you tell your friends your dreams, and your friends tell you about their nightmare, how it's going to be a nightmare, it's time to what? Let them go. Okay? It's time to let some of them go. Now, I ain't to cut them off. Here's what I'm saying about that. Okay. You said, baby, I'll talk to you, baby, when your mind get right, because your mind ain't right for me to talk to you right now. See, you got to surround yourself with some people who are trying to do some things that you're trying to do. Exactly. They believe in your dreams. They believe in you and what you got going on. The second thing is, you got to change what you watching. Come on. See, television, Pastor B, tell lies to your vision. Okay. You don't believe me? Watch this. You ever see a television show and a car flip over 3 times? The guy get out the car and chase somebody down? Have you seen that in the real world? Have you ever seen that happen in the real world? So what's happening is television is telling lies to some of our vision. See, listen, you got to get away. You got to be careful what you watch and allow it to come into your spirit. Come on.
Yes.
You got to be careful what you listen to, Pastor V, because what you listen to becomes your gate. Come on, Pastor. You're a pastor. Talk to me. Talk back to me. So isn't it true that when you begin to listen to certain things and it gets into your spirit, you got to be careful what you're listening to.
Exactly.
I'll never forget my daughter. I was sitting at the college one day, and she was in the car, and she said, "Daddy, how come you ain't listen to this rap song and that rap song?" I said, "Baby, that ain't my story." She said, "What do you mean, Daddy? The guy that tells the story about how he came from the hood." And this, I said, "Baby, you ain't came from the hood. You came from a neighborhood in a community where you had it going on. You was out hanging out on the block and doing this and doing." I said, "What? That ain't my story." Now, that may be some people's story. It's a good message. I like rap music. Don't get me wrong. Y'all like rap music. Nothing wrong with it. But here's my thing. Listen to some things that's going to uplift you and motivate you. Okay? Because the word music comes from the word to mute sick. To mute sick. If you want to mute some sickness in your thinking, be careful of the music that you listen to. Okay? The third thing you got to do is you got to really begin to read. And really focus on not just reading any old thing. If you are going through a problem with your finances, begin to read about finances. If you're struggling with your relationships, begin to read some books on relationships. Okay? And the next thing for a lot of us got to go back and begin to educate ourselves. A lot of us been talking about going back to school for the last 20 years. We could have had a master's degree, a PhD degree, and all these other kind of degrees. Okay. Yet we dying by the degree. So those are a couple things. Those are a couple things. Now, once you begin to work on your mind, you got to begin to work on your body too. It's time to go out and get some exercise in and begin to really shift yourself around. Because see, a mindset lifestyle is also about a balance and creating a balance, and that's what it's all about, creating a balance. We got any questions out there tonight, Pastor? We just having real talk tonight. We just kicking it on the radio tonight on the conversation. We just kidding a little bit. Talk to me.
No questions right now. But you are right. It's all about the mindset. We have to change our way of thinking.
We just talking about a mindset tonight. And one of the most powerful things about a mindset is a difference that separates a lot of people. Most recently I was looking at I'm going to continue to lift Brother Les Brown in prayer. I know he was in the hospital going through some things, and to me, Les Brown is one of the best motivational speakers in the world. And he was in the hospital, and he actually did this broadcast from his hospital bed. And a lot of you may have seen it. And one thing that Brother Les Brown said was, he said that he's going to beat whatever he's going through. And he has a mindset that no matter what, and one of his famous sayings is, "It's not over until I win." And there's victory in your belief and believing yourself that you can do it, and you can do things. The Bible says, so a man thinketh, so is he. You know, and I never forget, you know, reading Bible stories growing up, and I never forget the parable Jesus told me that Jesus said, you are healed according to the measure of your faith. See, a lot of us are limited because of the measure of our faith or our thinking. Our thinking has a lot of us limited in how we do things. And I'm saying this because it's just time that, again, that we push society in a different direction. We got to stop waking up every day, Pastor V, like we are accident waiting to happen.
Okay.
Guess what, Pastor V? Here's some breaking news.
Okay.
The check is not in the. Here's some breaking news, Pastor V. The check is not in. The check is not in the mail. Uh-oh. The check is not in the mail, Pastor V. Breaking news, y'all. You gotta go out here and put a seed in the ground, and you gotta water the seed. And now let's talk about that seed for a moment. People like to say this all the time. You gotta plant a seed. What's a seed? A seed is a thought. You gotta put a thought out here. You gotta really begin to cultivate your thoughts and your thinking to really make life what you want to make it. See, you got to really go out here and really make some things in that particular way to bring out the best in yourself. That's what it's all about, y'all. Come on, Pastor B, talk to me. Let them go ahead and let them keep on just texting and replying. You and I actually have this conversation. Come on. Because that's what it's all about. It's really all about elevating your mind and your thinking. It's time to put a seed in the ground. But if you put a seed in the ground and you don't water that seed, let me see what I mean by watering the seed. You water your seed by putting action to your situation. Hello, somebody. How do you put action to your situation? If you got a seed out there, you're trying to start a business, you're trying to do this, you're trying to do that. You got to put those thoughts on paper. You got to write them down. You got to see the vision. You got to write the vision down. The Bible says, see the vision and make it what?
Make it plain.
And write it down and make it plain. And that's what it's all about.
Yes. And the reader gonna take off with it.
See, y'all, let me see something. Tyler Perry didn't start off on the top, y'all. Elevation requires separation. If you ever get your feet up, if you ever get to the mountaintop, your feet gotta leave the ground. I'm gonna say that again. I'll see somebody gets it. In order for you to, elevation requires separation. In order for you to get your feet, off the ground, in order to get to a high place, Pastor B, you got to get your feet off the ground. You got to be moving. And I could never understand this. I could never understand this either. My grandma used to say, "Baby, if you want something done, ask a busy person. You got to get your feet off the ground. You got to be moving."
Sorry about that.
You ever heard that expression before, Pastor Lee?
Say that again for me. I'm operating two cameras here. So please go ahead, say that again.
My grandma used to say, if you want something done, ask a busy person.
Yeah, because they're the one that's gonna make it happen. You ask somebody that's sitting down, they ain't gonna get up for you. If they ain't getting up for themselves, they sure ain't gonna get up for you.
No. That's why she used to say, baby, it's a poor dog that one wag is gonna tail. And let me tell you something else about people too. You can tell a lot by people's character by their responses, whether it be written or anything else. And I used to tell you this all the time, Pastor V. You can tell what a person's mindset is by the comments they make on certain things. You can tell a whole lot about people. And I'm saying that for a reason, y'all. Watch how people reply to you in the comments they make to you on your page and different things. If they can see your beauty, but they can't see your story, there's a problem. If they can always see you're beautiful, but they can't support you and do anything for you, then what good are they in your life, Pastor B? See, so that's so I tell people, pay attention to the things that's happening around you, because there's a whole lot of things going on around people that we don't understand. And I'm saying that because it's just time in 2018. It's not about other people. It's truly about us focusing on ourselves to make our life better. Come on, Pastor B. Tell us some questions tonight. We just have some real talk. We just keep kicking in on the radio, just kicking in here tonight on Facebook. We also on Google Hangout. If you're on Google Hangout, you can go on there as well. All it's going to be on YouTube after the show is over. It's on Facebook.
It's on
We're
YouTube
going to replay
right
it
now.
Go ahead, Pastor V.
It's also on live YouTube right now. And our channel is Vandarray Jackson.
So it's all there for y'all. Listen. And what we all about is we all about uplifting the mind, elevating the mind to a different place so we can grow. Exactly. You know, I've heard so many good stories. I've heard stories of people saying that they left their job because they wanted to pursue their passion and pursue their dreams. And I just have much love and much respect for that. You know why? Because they believe enough in themselves to set themselves free, to go out here and do something that they were looking to do. You know, and I think that to me speaks volumes about people. It lets you know that, hey, we're moving in a different direction. Okay. I talked to a lady the other day, and her book is called I'm Grown, Now What?
Wow.
Ain't that something that would be? The name of her book is called I'm Grown, Now What?
Okay.
And she's promoting financial literacy among young folks. She's saying you're grown, but now what? And I think that's the topic. You grown, now what?
Okay, what's next?
So you, yes, you know, just listen to her talk. I was just amazed to hear how her passion was there for young folks and how she's saying you grown. In fact, they got a conference coming up. They got a big event coming up on April the 14th, I believe. And I think you can go to Eventbrite and see it. It's called I'm Grown, Now What? Because, you know, when I was a kid, I used to say it myself when I was a kid. I said, man, I can't wait till I get grown. Now I'm an adult. I said, man, I wish I was a kid. You know, but it's all mindset. See, when you were a kid, your mindset was in one place. So when you became an adult, your mindset went somewhere else. Help me out, Pastor B. I think the Bible says something to this effect. When I was a child, I thought as a child.
When I was a child, I acted as a child. But when I became grown, I put away childish things. Yeah.
Now, when the Bible says that, Pastor B, help me out. Is it saying when I became grown physically or when I became grown mentally?
Mentally.
All right. And actually speaking about both, isn't it? It's amazing when I was a child, I spoke as a child, but when I became a man or a woman, you became to a place of knowledge that you begin to put away certain things in your life.
Because you could be of age.
Go ahead.
You could be of age and still a child. You know, a child in your mind. So
go ahead.
Age don't have nothing to do with it. It's a way of your mindset. You know, how when it has a lot to do with how are you able to tame yourself. When you see like grown folks fighting out here and fist fighting, you know, trying to knock somebody out just because somebody looking at your woman bad or something like that, that shows that you're still a child, you know, because grown people know how to handle that.
But grown people understand conflict resolution. Yes. You know what I see a lot of these days, Pastor V? I've seen a lot of people are trying to mask their pain. Exactly. Let me talk about that for a moment.
Okay.
A lot of people are trying to mask their pain. I read on Facebook today. I think it was one of the folks I saw a post that said, "He remember when women used to smell like sweet perfume and all this. They said now they smell like blunts and alcohol."
Oh my God.
I'm just saying what somebody else said tonight. Now, I'm saying this because some people out here and like I said, it's not about people. I'm just showing you the character and nature of certain situations so we don't fall into these traps. That's all I'm talking about for a moment. Let me tell you something. A lot of us are trying to mask our pain. And see, we try to mask our pain because we don't want to mentally grow. See, when you mentally grow, there's some things in life that my grandma used to call it, she said, baby, you're going to go through some growing pains. Your mom ever tell you that, Pastor Lee?
Oh, yeah, I've heard about the growing pain. How about y'all? I want to
hear from y'all ever heard about growing pains?
What y'all saying too. Okay, go ahead.
Growing pains. Let me see what growing pains are.
Okay.
Growing pains ain't physical pain. Because see, when you grow, as a human being, when you grow, you sleep. Most of us, when you grow, you sleep. When you sleep at night is when your body grows. You grow during sleep. That's a scientific fact. Y'all Google me if you don't believe me. Go out there and research it. Okay. But when you mentally grow, you mentally grow by reading. You go through challenges, and when you come out through these challenges, you come out better. See, every challenge you face is an opportunity for you to get better as a person. And I tell people, you know what it is? When I have problems, you know what I tell folks, Pastor V?
What's that?
my problems is God's way of shaping me to be a better person. Come on, y'all.
Okay.
Your problem sometimes is God's way of shaping you to be a better person. It's an opportunity, or it shows you an area in your life that you need to grow in.
Yes.
You know, and so I look at problems as possibilities. See, when you going after your dreams or you living your dreams, Pastor V, you will run into some obstacles. If you ain't running into no problems, you ain't growing.
Okay, that's so true. Yes.
Show me a person without problems, and I'll show you a person without possibilities. I'm gonna say that again. Show me a person without problems, and I'll show you a person without possibilities. See, problems allow you to excel yourself, allows you to grow yourself. But see, too many of us are stuck in the physical realm in the social society. See, too many of us are caught what I call caught up in little boy and little girl relationships. See, we got to take ourselves to a place that we elevating each other, whether you're husband, wife, cousin, brother, friend, we should be elevating. We should elevate each other. And how do you elevate each other? You elevate each other by supporting each other through situations. That's how we elevate each other, Pastor V.
Exactly.
And guess what? If I help Pastor V through her problems, come on. I've learned some things along the way.
Come on, yes.
The scripture said, am I my brother's keeper? Come on. See, I tell people, this is what I heard from my good friend Tyran. My good friend Tyran said, be careful when folks say they got you. It's more likely they're out to get you. Somebody stop. Come on.
And that's the truth.
Yeah, because sometimes they say I got you, but they really out to get you.
Exactly. They really don't want to see you get there.
But again, what I'm talking about is it's time that we support each other. It's time that we uplift each other. And how do we do that? Let's go out here and start supporting our businesses in our community, y'all. Pastor V is down, and she died at Touched by an Angel Hair Salon right there in Union City, y'all. Come on out and support her. You know what's so sad? We'll run next door to the Chinese, the Vietnamese, and everybody who don't look like us, and we won't spend no money. And Brother 212 ain't a racist bone in my body. I love my people. And I'm saying it's time that we come on out and start supporting each other and start supporting ourselves. And stop supporting people that don't support you. If they don't support you and don't want to put the money in your community, stop supporting them. I'm telling you this as a fact. It's time that we give back. It's time that we put back in the community. It's time that each one reach one and teach one. It's time that we clean back our children. It's time that we clean back our neighborhood. But it all starts with us having the right mindset. And once we have the right mindset, we will have the right attitude.
Okay.
And once we get the right attitude, Pastor V, then we can be elevated. Then we can be elevated to the right altitude.
Exactly. Our attitude will determine our altitude. And if I may just say right quick, praise God, Pastor Scott, I see you. He says, I'm watching, woman of God. And also to Aletha Saunders, she says, growing pain is also when you begin to identify with emotions you didn't, understand before. Awesome. That's so true. And Pastor Scott says, parents. Awesome. Praise God. Awesome.
Hey, let's do it. Let's talk about that moment.
Archie. God bless you. I see you.
He said it deals when you begin to deal with your emotions, right?
Yes. Praise God. That's right. Praise God, Creisha Perkins, my sis. How you doing? Yes, it's when you start identifying your emotions.
Okay, now y'all listen closely. I want you to hear this. Hear this. Don't miss this. Don't miss this. Look at the word emotion, and I want you to put a capital E on the word emotional. Emotion. Now I'm gonna break down the 3 parts of the E for y'all.
Okay.
The 3 parts of the word E on the front of the word emotion is this. The first bar stands for the physical. Come on. The second line stands for the physical, the emotional, and the spiritual. That's the 3-part mix. That's the 3 parts of a person. is your emotional, your mental being, your emotional being, and your spiritual being. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So if you got a capital E, y'all, just put a capital E on a piece of paper and put mental, physical, and spiritual. Mental, physical, and spiritual. That's the threefold makeup of a person. And look at the word motion. Motion. M-O stands for what? Movement. Mo. Mo means to move. Mo. Look at the end of the word motion. T-I-O-N. In school, Pastor V, they taught us that T-I-O-N on the end of any word means action. If your physical, mental, and spiritual being is the move, it's going to require action. If you don't put action to your emotions will rule you and cause you to stay right where you are. And the reason most of us can't get out, the reason most of us can't get high that we need to go, the reason we can't be elevated, come on, another E word, another reason most of us can't be elevated is because we allow our mental, we allow our emotion to control our mental, and then it begins to control our spirit. That's why a lot of us walk around and say, I don't feel like doing something. There are a lot of things that you don't feel like doing, Pastor D, but see, Paul says we're not led by our emotion, but we're led by our spirit. Come on. And see, when you're led by your spirit keeps you in and points you in the direction in which you need to go. Come on, y'all. I'm not saying nothing fancy. I'm just trying to tell you that you cannot be ruled by your emotions, because guess what? Sit down never tells a person to get up. Come on. But get up will always tell you to sit down. It'll say you're tired. Come on. I'm going to put another way for y'all. In school, they said a body at rest shall what? Shall remain at rest. Come on. But see, guess what? When you begin to control your emotions by controlling your mental being, it allows you to elevate yourself and take yourself places that you never thought you could go. Your mind is your greatest weapon. Your mind is your greatest weapon. And see, what you think in your mind has to be, watch this. Your thoughts become what?
Your actions.
Words. Your thoughts become words, and then your words become just what you said. Action. Your thoughts become words, and then your words become action.
And now I just
that's why I'm hold on, Pastor V. That's why I'm telling them tonight. It's time to what? Not man up. It's time to mind up.
That's right. Well, I would like to let everybody know we have like 3 more minutes. Praise God. Before we round this up, we're going to wind this up, y'all. But we are talking about mind up tonight. Brother 212 and I, and well, you might as well say Brother 212. We are talking about mind up, and he's filling you in on things that you ought to, be doing, making sure that you're looking into. It's all about a mindset. Change your mindset. Okay, we got 3 minutes, Brother 212.
That's right, Pastor B. It's time that we change our mindset. If you want to change your condition and your position, your condition, listen to the word condition. On the end of the word condition is what? T-I-O-N. What's on the end of the word position? T-I-O-N. In order to change your condition and your position, it's going to require some action on your part. Come on. That's why Jesus said, let this mind that be in Christ Jesus be in you what? Also. What's the mind? It's not your brain. It said, let this mind, what's the mind to be in Christ Jesus? That mindset. Have the mindset that you must be about your
father's business.
Have the mindset that you must be about your father's what?
Your father's business. And you're not going to, your father, but you're not going to know that until you study.
Your cousin? Other people?
No,
your Facebook friends? Your Twitter friends? Whose business must you be about?
Your father's business.
Oh, okay. So now, Jesus also said this, and I ain't trying to preach tonight, Pastor B. That's your job. All I'm trying to say tonight is this. Jesus, when they were looking for Jesus, he said, my mother and my brother are in the temple with me.
Right.
Y'all point to your temple. Y'all point to your temple for a moment. Point to your temple for a moment, Pastor V. Your temple is your mindset.
Yes. It's me. Yes.
It's your mind. Point to your temple. Your temple is your head. Point to your temple, your head. That's your temple. That's your mind. Come on, y'all. See, we can't get in the kingdom talking and walking and acting like peasants. You got to change the conversation. Let me see this to you, too. And I'm almost done, y'all. I'm on a roll tonight. Listen, you got to change people. What, I'm gonna give you some things you change.
Okay.
I'm getting a real bad echo.
Yeah, because we're running out of time.
All right, we're almost there, Pastor V. 3 things we got to do, Pastor V. We got to change our conversation. Change the people who ain't good for us, and change our mindset. We got to mind up.
So right.
This is Brother 212. We're hanging out with Pastor Eden.
Yes. Y'all heard it right there. But y'all, he'll be back every Wednesday. So make sure y'all be tuned in because Brother 212 will be coming back. The Vandarray Show will be coming before him. But at 7 o'clock, he'll be coming on at 8 o'clock. So the Vandarray Show will be coming on at 7:30. But y'all make sure because he's so deep. And this is what you call food for the soul. So make sure y'all tune in every Wednesday at 8 p.m.
And I want to give much love out to Pat. She's going to be traveling. I know she's going to be down in South Carolina doing hair down in South Carolina. At the Jackson Salon down there in Richmond, South Carolina. Down, I think it's Bees Creek Road, Pastor V?
At Bees Creek Road, I'll be doing hair. Okay? Y'all know me for acting, singing. Well, guess what? I'm going to be doing hair in the beauty salon 2 days only, Thursday and Friday. Okay, so make sure y'all meet me right there on Bees Creek Road at Martha's Beauty Salon, which is now called the Jackson Sisters Salon.
And the reason called the Jackson Sisters, I believe your sister Mel is in there with you too. Is that right?
Yes, Melanie is in there from Tuesday to Saturday. All you have to do is call in for an appointment. Reach out to me. And also, they can come to Touch by Angel in Atlanta, Georgia. If you're in Atlanta, Georgia, I'm here. In Atlanta Monday through Wednesdays. So y'all know we got to keep it busy.
Well, we got a good thing going, Pastor V.
Yeah.
We're gonna. I'm gonna shake. Brother 212 is gonna shake the mind. And Pastor V is gonna shake the hair. Y'all gonna get it done.
And if you're looking for good hair, you can get it here as well. We got the best in here, okay? And you don't have to spend an arm and a leg. All human hair. Starting at $50.
All right.
For a size 12, 14, and 16 inches. 3 bundles.
All right, sounds good. All right, sounds good. Again, Pastor V. Don't forget, we want to thank our sponsor tonight, Alicia, with the Pop. Go on the website, get your resume done. Get that resume done, y'all. Go out there and get your resume done. Stop putting around.
And she
Stop stretching up lottery tickets and start getting your resume done.
That's right. She will help you get the job that you desire. So make sure you go and look her up, check her out. And my boy Raymond, he fixed computers too. So praise God.
Oh yeah, don't forget about Raymond. And don't forget about Pastor Chambers and security company, Pastor V.
Yes, Tap Out Security. That's Tap Out Security. They do residential and they do commercial. So if you have an event and you need bodyguards, you need security, look up Tap Out Security. That's Donald Chambers. That's my boy as well. God bless you. Thank y'all so much for tuning in with us on tonight. Love you. Until the next time. God bless you. See you next week, Wednesday. Thank you so much, Brother 212. We're going to go out with some music being played in the background.
Go ahead and do it, Pastor V. Love you. Talk to y'all soon. Keep it together. Okay. And remember, mind up.
Yes. Thank y'all so much. We talk with y'all soon. Love you. Listen to the show so that you can hear more information.
At the end of every rainbow, there's a go through. There will be somebody loving you. Deeper than the grandest canyon, and higher than the open sky, near enough to capture every whisper, every sigh, strong enough to hold you when you cry. I am